Good afternoon. This is Woody Collins with Congo Helping Hands, and I am inside today, and because we got rain, so it's a kind of mixed blessing. A blessing that we got some rain to help the farmers and uh, and for the ground and all that, whoever's going to benefit from it. However, um, I'm not outside, so this is kind of what practicing inside today, which is kind of different from probably I would do in the Congo. I'll probably outside most of the time using the natural sunlight because when I'm in the Congo, I would have to be using portable lights, battery powered lights, because probably the lights won't be on. So I've been experimenting using uh, natural sunlight to see how it works out and all those things. So, but today I'm inside because it's raining. Yay, yay, yay. Another thing is before we get started, we got two things we're going to be talking about today. They're kind of related. Number one is refugees that came to the United States, and also uh, Congolese that's being deported out of Angola. So we're going to talk about both of those. And but before we do that, I want to make an announcement that today is Global Hand Washing Day. So how many times have you washed your hands today? Here in around the world is we're in a pandemic, so we should be frequently washing our hands more frequently than we normally do. Uh, and also using hand sanitizer if we can't wash our hands. But all around the world, people don't have the luxury of having clean water to wash their hands, and so they are at risk. Second announcement is today is International Day of Rural Women. And rural women, we have rural women here in the United States, and we also have a big population of rural women in Congo because most of the people live in rural areas versus in cities and stuff like that. So uh, my hat's off to both rural women here in the United States and rural women here in Congo. So let's get started with our first topic. Approximately in fiscal year uh, 2019, which ended in October of last year, we had over 7,800 Congolese that was admitted to the United States that they could, either after 1 year apply for a green card, and after 5 years with the green card, they could apply for national U.S. citizenship. Uh, I know from here working here in Indiana that some of the Congolese that they say were actually from Eastern Congo, and they were speaking Swahili, and some of them people told me that they actually wasn't Congolese. They were actually from a different country that was borders on Congo. So I don't know whether they somehow they got here, but we'll say that the most of them are Congolese, and I'm sure it's just someone's opinion that they're not Congolese and stuff like that. But uh, and what the reason I'm bringing that up is probably in the next few months, shortly they will be deciding how many people they're going to admit in the coming year of starting a year from now. And so that would be interesting. The current administration has the number of people coming in. However, Congo has the most people who have, of all countries, they out, um, they had like 7,800. The next ones were people from Burma, which were 3,500, and then the Ukraine was at I think about 2,000, 2,600 people. So Congolese were the most uh, prevalent country that was allowed entry into the United States, which I was really surprised when I started seeing all the number of people, and then having people reach out to me as a source on Congo uh, to ask questions and stuff like that. So, but closely related to that is Angola, which is the country right south of the Congo. They have announced that they are going to deport 19,000 Congolese. They had some big deportations last year, and they're saying this year they're going to release a lot of detainees that were in prison, in jail, so that they can won't be hindering, maybe not catch uh, the COVID virus and stuff that's going around in jails. So they, under the disguise COVID-19, a lot of Congolese out of Angola. And what's significant is the area that we're in, those Congolese are brought to that area, whether they're from a different area, uh, which surprised me that some of the people, they didn't know where, I mean, they were just still sitting around in the city. They had makeshift camps going on, and I'm going, if they left here, I guess they left so many years ago that they really don't have family or whatever the case may be. So it's been a hardship on the Congo to get these people resettled back into their society. It's not like they were displaced and they just coming back. They were actually living in Angola, and now the Angolans deported them, and so a lot of them are coming back, and they're having to try to start new homes here in the Congo now, since they can't go back to Angola. So that's an unfortunate situation. However, it's going to really the people in the Kasai, and we had them up, which is probably about 150, 200 miles from the border. We had them brought all the way up to the capital, and they were being taken care of by different national agents, international humanitarian agencies and stuff. So those are hot items that's dealing with people who were not displaced, that chose to live in Angola illegally, and they're being sent back. And then previously we talked about people who actually came to the United States under a refugee program that was being settled here. Now, some of them are in the Northeast, and some of them are in the Texas area, and then the Midwest also got some of them. I'm not sure the number we had here in Indiana, but there was quite a few that we had here in Indiana. And I remember reading when some of the meat plants in the Midwest was struck with the COVID pandemic, and a lot of the workers were positive, and they had to close down some of them. A lot of those people were Congolese workers. So it's been interesting to follow them, not only working, but then also being struck with the pandemic and things like that. So if you have any questions, comments, please let me know, because we always like to find out what's on your mind, and we would appreciate it. And also, if you have someone who could you think would add something to the conversation that's willing to come online, please let me know about those people. Uh, have them get in contact with me, and we can bring them on and just have them uh, to give their point of view, what's on their mind. So we want to expand into an area where we kind of have a real talk show and not just me talking all the time. So today was kind of feels kind of funny. I went to the dentist and I was wondering whether anybody else has been to the dentist in this COVID pandemic. I put off mine earlier, and so I said I better have to get there. But remembering, thank you for joining us. And remember, today is National Hand Washing Day, so wash your hands. And number two is wear your mask. So we may have a National Mask Day, so at one point in time in the future. But this is Hand Washing Day. Make sure you remember that hand washing is a part of healthy living also. And finally, be safe, take care of yourself and take care of your family, and be blessed. We will see you later. And since I'm on a different interface, I can't